Hi Sage, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tawanantoinette. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you. It can resonate for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Before we jump in, I'm feeling a bit under the weather, which is why I took so long to get to your reading. But if you hear sniffles or see me blow my nose, I'll probably take some time to do that off camera. But if you hear me sniffling, that's why. And if I sound a bit nasal, that's also why. So let's dive in. First card we have is She Feels, She Knows. And I immediately felt such depth when I picked that card, or when that card came out. So it feels like you or somebody else is going through something that you wouldn't be able to tell the depths of what that person is going through just by looking at them on the surface. And that's a really deep way to start the reading. So this card also talks a lot about making long-term decisions and sometimes having to do things that you don't like temporarily in this moment to be able to have long-term outcomes that will be beneficial to you. So I don't know if you're this person, whether you're a he or a she, or a they or a them, or it, whatever you identify as. I don't know if this is you, but this is floating around in your vicinity. I'm shooting this in June, but it doesn't have to be that you're experiencing this energy in June. So I just want you to open your mind up to that possibility. This could have been something that you experienced in May, or someone else that you experienced in May. As we go deeper into the reading, you will be able to know more and pick up on who is holding this energetic signature. So jumping into the cards, the tarot, we start with the Three of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. So I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you, and you could be dealing with friendships, social connections, that have a history to them, because the Six of Cups is here. And then we have beside that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is also in your energy. So this could be someone you are focused on, or someone who is focused on you. We also have the Ten of Wands and the Hierophant. So this could be a person, or it could be you, and I'll read from both perspectives, and you will kind of figure out how this will resonate with you, because this will resonate differently for lots of you. So I feel like it feels like a relationship is changing. If this is you dealing with somebody else, a relationship is changing, and it's like somebody here, could be you. It's like you don't want the relationship to change. Like you don't want the dynamic to change between the both of you. Like we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Seven of Wands and the Magician. So someone here doesn't want the relationship to change. Could be you, which is in the energy of the Knight of Wands, or it could be this Queen of Pentacles. But I feel like based on what someone has going on in their own personal life, like this Queen of Pentacles, if it's a person, I feel like this is the energy that is coming out with She Feels, She Knows. Maybe someone in your vicinity, maybe it's a close friend of yours or a social connection of yours. Maybe the connection has changed, and unbeknownst to you, you don't know the depth of what this person is going through. You don't know the depth of whatever it is that is causing them this 10 of Wands, because on the surface it doesn't look like that, but the person who is feeling it knows what they're dealing with. And it doesn't have to be even something disastrous or anything like that. It could just be this person is dealing with a lot right now. This person is having to make a lot of short-term sacrifices right now for a longer-term outcome that they're planning for. And in a way, it's kind of affecting the dynamic between the both of you. And the human approach, the human thing to do is to, when something is going in a way that we don't like or we don't want, or when something is changing and it's not changing based on our own accord or a change that we initiated, we end up like this: defiance, defending ourselves, feeling like we have to be in defense mode. And I get that that's what's happening between two people. I feel like I'm like on the edge of sneezing. I'm like on the edge of sneezing, and it's like there, but it won't come, but it's there. All right, so yeah, there's a dynamic between two people, and one person is recognizing how that dynamic is changing between or even changing the dynamic in the social connection. Maybe it's a group of you, and based on what one person is doing, it's like upsetting the equilibrium, or maybe upsetting you. So your immediate reaction is, no, this is not going to change, or no, this is, like defiantly going against the wheel of fortune. But the wheel has to turn whether you like it or not. The wheel is going to turn, because this talks about timing. It talks about a changing of fortune. It talks about welcoming changes. And then with the she feels, she knows, I almost feel like this card is an unavoidable kind of, like, this is an unavoidable energy. There are certain things that we just have to go through in life as human beings, that there's some parts of our journey we're going to enjoy more than others. Maybe this is causing like inconsistency in a friendship dynamic, or inconsistency in social relationships, and maybe that's why you or somebody else, I think it's you, who is finding this a little bit uncomfortable, because we have the Knight of Wands, which talks about coming in and out, and maybe that's something that you don't necessarily find. You don't find it comfortable. And so you're trying to go against what is naturally changing. But when I ask for advice, and this could be something that hasn't even happened yet. It could be something that is unfolding in the next couple of months, like a relationship dynamic. You're slowly observing the dynamic changing. And it's because different people or one person is going through cycles of change that maybe you don't resonate with, like you're not there, or maybe you're going through, maybe you are this Queen of Pentacles and you're going through like this 10 of Wands moment, which is having quite a lot on your plate and a lot of like burdens to shoulder and a lot of responsibilities. It just talks about, when we have like dynamics with people, and like we're going through a particular phase in life, and that person shows up for us over and over consistently in that phase, and then you kind of shift out of that phase, and then they're no longer in that phase with you because you're somewhere else experiencing another aspect of life, and they're somewhere else. And I always like to say this too, that comparing your life to anybody else's life is so nonsensical to me, because we are all on our own individual timing in so many different ways. It's not funny. There are things that I signed up to experience in this lifetime that are individual to me, and for somebody to compare my experiences to their life literally is a disservice to them, and also a disservice to me, because maybe they didn't sign up to learn the lessons that I signed up for in this lifetime. And it's just a constant reminder that like it's okay to go through your own cycles that people can't relate to, and also for your connections to do the same, to go through cycles in their own life that you can't relate to, because that's just not your experience, and that's okay. So when I asked for the advice for this like shift in dynamic, we got within the next few months, which makes me feel like this is something, if it hasn't happened already, it's like preparing you for something happening. Within the next few months, wait, something is experiencing improving health, and no. So if whatever you're planning to do, or it's almost like don't defiantly like block whatever is trying to change right now, because whatever is trying to change has to. So that's what this no is saying, like you're trying to block something that has to happen. And if you just are patient, within the next few months, this dynamic may improve. It feels to me like shifting your focus off of someone else. And I don't know if maybe like you've been thinking of probably getting together with someone. Maybe you've been thinking of like having a coming together moment with somebody. It just feels like it's not the time. Like it's not the time, because this person has a lot to deal with. This person has a lot going on within their own like sphere that you may not know about. And as a result, you can't like make judgments about that, because you wouldn't know that the whole story. That's how it feels to me. So whether you are this Queen of Pentacles or you're the Knight of Pentacles, and this could also be all you, like you could be both. You could be experiencing inconsistencies in like your social connections and the people who you're dealing with, because you're dealing with a lot. The Queen of Pentacles talks about your home life and your financial like flow and how well you're able to like keep things together. The Queen of Pentacles makes her money stretch, and she's like the master of the material realm, just like the King of Pentacles. This person has a lot of financial responsibilities, but is the right person to be able to deal with all of those financial responsibilities, because she is the queen of the material realm. So whether you are a Queen of Pentacles identifying as a woman or a man at this point, it could be you having to deal with so many different responsibilities that maybe people don't even know that you're dealing with. And because of that, it's causing you to be inconsistent in maybe how you show up for friends, how you used to show up for your social connections. Unbeknownst to them, you have all of this going on, but all they see is this Knight of Pentacles, like, oh, this like can't depend on this person. This person is in and out, blah, blah, blah. But they don't even know, like they have no idea what you're facing. No idea, with all these wands in your hands all by yourself. So you could be dealing with that from other people, and the advice here would be reassuring you, like, wait, within the next few months things will be improving. No, whatever you're thinking, maybe you're thinking of even lashing out at people to defend the changes within your own life. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, things are going to improve. Things won't be like this forever. All right, so moving into the next row, we have what you want wants you. And I love this card, and I feel like it's very self-explanatory, but a lot of times when I personally pull this card out in my own life, I feel like it talks about getting in your own way of the desires of your heart. And the Ace of Cups is here too, so I think it resonates with this reading. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands. And I feel like there's this anticipation in your energy, like you've probably been waiting for something. You've probably been like anticipating something. A lot of you guys, I think this is related to some kind of new beginning. It could even be related to like you're waiting. It could be a bunch of things. Something very inspirational and that will light you up. It feels like whatever it is, it's like you want it, but you also have this like major wall up blocking it out. If this is related to new love and new relationships, or if we're being very, very practical, if you're dealing with a Libra or some kind of contract or something like that, it feels like this thing that you're manifesting, it wants to come into the space. If this is a new, like, let's just say you're open to relationships in your life at this moment and you want to meet your person, you want to meet your life partner, it feels like the life partner wants to come into you too, but why are you so blocked off from relationships? How do you respond to people? Like, are you this very suspicious person whenever you meet somebody? Are you, this Page of Swords is here, so this could be like wanting to learn as much about people as possible before you let them into your space, which is fine. But the Nine of Wands makes me feel like it's a very distrustful kind of energy to collect data into. It's like you, like, you know, when you meet somebody and you already have a story that you assign to them, and you're kind of like, yeah, just prove me right, just prove me right. That's how it feels. Like, how are you going to get what you want if you're in this energy of already blocking it out before it even has a chance to like enter? So you guys, let me know what this Ace of Cups represents for you. Everybody's not looking for a new love or a new partner or a new best friend, or this is just about what fills our heart. So whatever this Ace of Cups is for you, I just invite you to be more open-hearted about like allowing whatever it is that you're seeking to actually come into your life. Like, you won't make new friends if that's what the Ace of Cups is for you by being in this energy, because people who are in this Ace of Cups energy and want to, like, their cup is also full and overflowing and they want to connect. If they meet you in this energy, then guess what? They're very turned off from this, because like this is not an energy signature of allowing. This is an energy signature of blocking, of scrutinizing, of basically making up your mind about somebody even before they have a chance to like show themselves and who they really are. When I asked for the advice was to remain positive, which syncs up perfectly with this and makes me, just confirms to me that it's about you, Sag. And I say this with so much compassion and love and understanding, because I've also been here. I feel like we've all been here, like experiencing so much that or boundaries become walls. And so this is like an invitation to just look into those walls and lower them a bit, if it is that you do want whatever this Ace of Cups is for you. And this card can also talk about too how we allow people to project their feelings onto us about what it is that we desire. Because if I desire something and I allow you to shame me for my desires, or I allow you to make me feel embarrassed because of my desires, then how will I ever satisfy my own unique desires fully? It also feels like that. So maybe you're dealing with like guilt, shame, or any kind of negative emotions, but they aren't yours. Those are what people have projected onto you, making you feel like you can't, like whatever you want is wrong. And it's not wrong, it's just not for them, it's for you. So I invite you to just think about like what is this Ace of Cups, and why do you feel like you need to be in this energy before it arrives? Because maybe this energy is blocking out whatever from coming to you more than you even realize. And also, have people made you feel like whatever you desire is wrong? How you receive love, how you expect love, and how like love works for you in your own unique way. All right. And I say love because this really boils down to love. It could be romantic love, it could be platonic love, but these are just emotions and a fulfillment of emotions. All right, so last card we have is Focus on the Light, which I love this card. It talks a lot about not letting the darkness and the dark experiences around us and things that have hurt or harmed us, or things that we feel that we didn't want to experience, to move us away from acknowledging the positives in a particular situation. I said a lot of words a while ago, but it just really comes down to not letting negatives overpower positives in a situation. Focusing on the light, to me, it feels like there is so much goodness, but you just need to focus on it. There's so much goodness around you, but just needing to pay attention to it versus what you don't like in a particular situation. Because when we focus on the light and we focus on the good things, more good things happen. Like, we are getting what we are focusing on. So we are in this energy of being grateful and acknowledging all of the things that we love. And then we continue to experience things in that vibration of finding more things that we love and admire in the world and in others. So focus on the light just means don't let the negative experiences drown out the positives. And we're going to go into the tarot to see in what way, like, Spirit is encouraging you to focus on the light. So we have your card, the King of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles it talks about give and take, giving and receiving. Sometimes it can talk about being the card of service too. So if you have anything where you have to serve others, or it is service based, or you're having to exchange it with others, it feels like maybe for some of you this is something tangible and practical, and giving that something another chance, or looking at that from another lens, because we have the Page of Pentacles, which is a beginning in something. This could be a new business. It feels like something, new job, new business, new creative endeavor, like something. And it doesn't even have to be new. It just feels small, like it hasn't really materialized yet into all of the potential, all of the material potential that it could possibly have. So maybe you feel like giving up on something because it's giving you breadcrumbs, like what you put in is not what you get out. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's a project that you're doing. It feels like being in your emotions and being down in that, like, and this is why Spirit is saying focus on the light, because if you're in this Queen of Cups energy, and your Queen of Cups energy is making you experience feelings of being down, feelings of being sad because of the pace that something is progressing in, I feel like Spirit is saying don't worry about the pace of what something is. Don't worry, and don't get in your emotions about the pace at which something is progressing. It feels like giving something a second chance, and like reviewing what you were doing because of how this thing makes you feel. Like if you're willing to get out of, oh, this is taking too long, or oh, or I can only do so much in this time, or whatever, all of the negative things that you're assigning to whatever the Six of Pentacles is. It feels like if you get out of all of those negative emotions, I feel like Spirit is saying it's up to you, so it's ultimately your decision. And because perspectives are personal, and a perspective is something that you have to take on and adopt for yourself. But I feel like Spirit is saying reconsider something that you have said no to. Reconsider something that you have already assigned a no to, that you have judged as being too slow for you, or not going at the pace that you would like it to go. And as a result, being sad about that and getting in your feelings about that because of you perceiving this thing as not giving you what you're putting in. I feel like this Page of Pentacles is just a page, like it needs time to grow into the Knight of Pentacles, and that's what this is. Like I see this, like this page is growing. The Knight of Pentacles is here, like give something time to get to the King of Pentacles. Give something time to actually start generating what you think you deserve out of it. And maybe this means that you have to like be a leader, lead the way, because this is what your energy is. The King of Wands leads. The King of Wands is the person who initiates. Maybe you're the first person doing whatever this thing is, or maybe it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of inspiration to do this, and those are things that you have to muster up all on your own. But it feels like if you give something time, and maybe you've already given up on it before, but it doesn't feel like, this is just tarot and these are just suggestions, so you don't have to do anything, but it doesn't feel like this thing really got a chance to grow to its fullest potential. So the advice here is, it's up to you. So it's going to be a personal decision that you have to make, and reconsidering something that you once said no to would be beneficial to you. Like, remember to focus on the light. Remember to focus on why you started doing that thing. Remember to focus on the positive ways and the positives that you feel when you did this thing, or all the positivity that this thing can bring into your life, or all the potential that something can give to you. So Sagittarius, I think that is all I have for you today, and I thank you for watching, and I hope this reading resonates with you. If it does, let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.